Acharya Shri, we often hear you mention the word Tirthankar when referring to Mahavira. What does Tirthankar mean, and is that a religious figure?
This is the best question. Tirthankara is a Sanskrit word. First of all, let me explain the meaning of the word. Tirtham karoti iti tirthankara. The person who makes the harbor. Why they have to make the harbor? Because the harbor, if you make the harbor, you can now go to the ship, and ship can make you the cross the ocean. So figurative meaning is Tirthankara means Tirthankara makes the Tirtha. Tirtha means harbor. The people can just ride on the ship, and the ship will take them to cross the whole ocean. In order to cross the ocean, we need a ship, and in order to ride on the ship, we need a harbor. So Tirthankar means a person who makes harbor. It is in Sanskrit or Hindi we call it ghat. Without ghat you cannot go further. So figurative meaning is this world is suffering, is the ocean of suffering, ocean of pain, and we need to cross it. And Tirthankara is not a religious figure. They are born as a human in the human body, but their body is a very special body. It is the hardest thing in the world to be a Tirthankara. Tirthankara is also Arihanta. They are enlightened, but all the Arihanta, they bow down to Tirthankaras because they have a special thing. They have almost 34 miraculous things according to the way they are born. Their body is a special body. It can tolerate lot of things. It can, that body contains lot of power. Even they don't use it, but it contains that body. It is naturally when they are born with the power. Also you can say they are born with the knowledge also. Because when they are born, Tirthankara in the womb, they have three kind of knowledge, three kind of knowing actually. Mati Jnana, Shruti Jnana, and Buddhi Jnana. Mati Jnana means like the people who hears and they absorb all the knowledge by listening. They have full. We have maybe very like little knowledge about from listening, but they have a full knowledge. And then Shruti, Mati. Mati means when you read, when you see things and you absorb everything inside of you, that is called Mati. And then Avadhi. Avadhi is they can see crystal clear up to certain distance. Like sometimes Avadhi Jnana is like could be you can see 1000 miles away, or sometimes they can see the three lokas, this whole earth, the heavenly earth, or somewhere other planet. So it is a limited knowing, and they are born with it already. And once they leave the kingdom, usually Tirthankaras are born in the royal family. Why? To be a Tirthankara, you need abundance of punya. Punya means virtue. So if you have collected in the past life abundance of virtues, you have done the best thing in your whole life, and you didn't care about yourself. You are doing for the humanity. You are doing for this planet, everything. And you are just in ecstasy by doing it. So you collected a lot of abundance of virtues. Then you become a Tirthankara. In English word I can translate, it is extraordinary person on the earth. And those people, when they are born, it is rare. And I cannot show you, but I can explain you. When somebody sit in the cross leg, and they do like meditative position, like left hand goes to the right hand. So their distance of the arms to the knee, both sides, and shoulder to shoulder, they are equal distance. Their body is like a Samchoras Sansthan, we call it. They everywhere is equal. But normally people who are born on this earth, their body is not that way. Only Tirthankara's body. It is, I gave you just first symptom of visibility. So the Murti, the statues which I have seen, Tirthankara's statue, they are not done right. Because if you measure their shoulder to shoulder, or arms to the knees, and knees to the knee when they are sitting in the lotus postures, cross legs, so it means they're supposed to be equal distance everywhere. But they are not done right because nobody is knowledgeable about Tirthankara. Tirthankara is the extraordinary person. I can say Superman. But they are born like a human. But as soon as they leave the kingdom and just to start their own sadhana again, so they get manpariya again, fourth kind of knowledge. They can see all people's mind, wherever the mind is. Because developed mind, human has developed mind, many animals have developed mind. They can read them very easily because they can see it. So then fifth knowing is the ultimate, it is called enlightenment, and enlightenment happens. So first of all, when enlightenment happens, they start teaching even their presence. Even their presence, people learn a lot of things. In their presence, people forget their enmity. That is the first symptom. Like I can give you an example, like a lion and a goat. If they will see each other, the lion might eat the goat. But where Tirthankara is staying, lion and goat both equally will enjoy his presence and they will forget their own enmity, like a snake and a mongoose. They are born enemy, but they will forget in his Tirthankara's presence. So that is the miraculous things happen around the Tirthankara's body. They don't create miracle, but it happens. That's what I suggest people, miracle happens. Miracle cannot be created. Who claims that they can create miracle, they are already wrong. So miracle cannot be created. It can happen around. And Tirthankara is a special person on this earth, extraordinary. And they are the best. And all, even enlightened people, they bow to them. Even knowing is same, enlightenment is same, because of the way they are born. So I will tell you that Tirthankara, the Tirtham Karoti iti Tirthankara, is the extraordinary person. They are born as a human, but they have expanded as a God. And they expand their knowing. And ultimately their last body, and after that they leave this body. It seems like Tirthankar never born, never dies. They just come in between to make people realize. And that is the way. We need always Tirthankara, and it happens in every era, in every age, in every period of time. The Tirthankaras happen. At least 24 Tirthankara on this planet happened already. So last one was Mahavira. Even Mahavira's time, many people claimed, but they couldn't prove that they were Tirthankara. Only Mahavira was accepted as a Tirthankara. In this period, like 2600 years ago, or even before, there were many other 23 more Tirthankaras before him. So Tirthankara is the super human, extraordinary human on this earth or any other earth. They are born everywhere. And let me explain to you last thing about Tirthankara. Tirthankara on this whole universe, they can be maximum on this whole universe, not only just solar system, galaxies, millions of galaxies. That is called universe, Brahmanda. In this Brahmanda, maximum 170 Tirthankaras available. That is the max. But minimum, they can be 20 at least all the time. So 20 Tirthankaras are available all the time in this universe, in this Brahmanda. If somebody has that power, yogic power, they can visit them and they can just feel it, what Tirthankara means. It is unexplainable in the words. But when you are in their presence, you just already driven, or already you dive yourself deep into the consciousness where only stillness, tranquility and calmness and peace prevails, nothing else.